Hey guys, what is up? Fly Like an Eagle podcast. After a historic win against the LA Rams, Jordan Davis having the game of his life. Incredible game. Terrible first half. Great second half. How you guys doing? Joe, James from Patton App Sports Show. How you guys doing?
Well, amazing. Despite all the people wanting to poo-poo the game, just focusing on the first half, but
Right.
there's a lot of positives to pull out of last week's game.
Yeah.
James?
Well, I'll say one thing and one thing only. How about them Bulldogs, man? How about them? How about them Bulldogs?
I hate it because I'm a Michigan fan. God damn. Really
when
quick.
I saw Jalen Carter block the first one, and then I saw Jordan Davis block the second one, I'm like, James has got to be in heaven. like there's a couple things in this world that James could really revel in.
Yeah.
When the Bulldogs came to the Eagles, he's like, oh here we go. And then for the Dogs to hunt like they did, I'm like, yeah, James is in his hay. He's in his feelings right now. He's in his hay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, but overall, man, great win last week. Birds are now 3-0. Man, what a great feeling. What a
great, but I gotta congratulate James here because he got the prediction almost correct, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Last week, James predicted 31-27, and the final score was 33-26.
Yeah.
He was like right there.
This close, man. This close, brother.
Yeah.
And you can imagine James when he saw Jordan Davis block the field goal, he's like, yeah, pick the ball up, run it, and it'll get closer to the score, run it.
I have my Sean McDonough voice cracking and that touchdown.
So I actually clipped that block, Jordan Davis block field goal, ran it to the house. It's on Steampunk Sports PA. 25,000 views on the channel so far of that block kick.
Awesome.
So let's just get right into it. Jordan Davis having the game of his life. And this is the best part about it. Everybody is like, are we going to have to pay Jordan Davis before this? Now you got to pay him. Pay him after this. So, James, have at it. Jordan Davis, historic game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game for Jordan. I thought it was a great game for the special teams. I thought it was a great second half. This is something that I actually found very interesting. My dad brought this up before I came on here. That comeback has to be probably one of the best comebacks, obviously, in our lifetime. Probably we've never seen anything like it. But my dad was at the 1989 49er Eagle game when Joe Montana got belligered, like, all over the field. Like, nothing could stop him, like 11 sacks, and then he won the game. It was kind of like how the same scenario we have here with this scenario with Jalen Hurts this week, that after that fumble, he just brushes himself off and says that, yeah, exactly. He says against Buddy Ryan's defense that basically kicked his ass for like majority of the game for almost 3 quarters. And Jalen Hurts did basically the same thing. That second half was like, the first half was like, what are we doing? And then the second half, it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Joe?
Well, I got to pat myself on the back a little bit because in the beginning of this season, we all picked a player that we said was going to have a breakout year. And I said there was 2, Jordan Davis and Jalen Hunt.
Correct.
And I'm still, especially now, because Nolan Smith is on the shelf, Jalen Hunt's going to have to play a bigger role. I feel like he'll step up. Jordan Davis, yeah, he had that amazing LA Rams game, but let's not forget week 1 against the Cowboys. Jalen Carter out for the game. He played 82% of the snaps and had most of the hurries in that game for the defense. This is a guy that wants, not needs, but wants to do better. And look, let's be real. He wants it for the payday. That's clear. But there's also a point, and we've talked about it so many times, that some of this game is mental. And
Yeah.
one of the interviews that Jordan Davis did after the Rams game was, you know, all my teammates kind of like, we knew you could do this. Like we knew you could do this. Like you just got to believe in yourself. Like we got your back. You need to do it. And in regards to the mental side, I also think that the tale of two halves, this is what I think happened. So Coach KP, Kevin Patullo, I think he's the one who called all the plays in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jalen went into the locker room, was like, looked up at the score, looked around, and was like, yeah, I had enough of this. I had enough of this. We are not doing this. So they come out in the second half, and Coach Kevin Patullo probably comes over. He's like, okay, this is what we're going to do, guys. And Jalen put the finger up, was like, you had your chance. Now it's my turn. We're gonna let the boys eat because we're done with this. Whatever that was that you got schemed up, we're done with that.
Right.
And so we're going to do what I think is best. Because one of the things I saw on Sunday, and you could go back to watch Jalen Hurts in college, and you could see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the pocket over. He basically says, okay, I'm looking at the defense, and in a split second, he'll know, okay, this is what I want to do. And he'll signal it to his receivers. This is a reason why Jalen Hurts in college had 100 total touchdowns in his collegiate career. That you don't do that. You don't fall over that. You know, like this is a guy that knows how to score and score at a high level. For all those people, and Mitch, I will tell you this, that list of quarterbacks that we went over a month or two ago, all those players that were in front of him, CJ Stroud, he's 0-3.
Right.
He's got question marks of either getting his coach fired or getting himself fired, one of the two, or both. And you got Joe Burrow. He can't stay healthy. He's out for the season. You got Patrick Mahomes. You whoop that ass again. How many times you got to go down that rabbit hole? Lamar Jackson. Look, he'll get his comeuppance. He's a good quality quarterback. I'm not taking that away from him. But when you have Jalen Hurts going head-to-head with some of these guys, it's proof from that second half that he can outduel anyone because, who else was above him? Oh, that's right. The guy that was on the other side of the field, Matthew Stafford, with a hurt back and an AARP card in the back pocket. Listen, understand something real crystal clear. The reason why people like myself consider Jalen Hurts elite is because he can flip that switch and do what he did in that second half because he's able to get the ball to the talented players because he's able to scheme up something better. KP can think whatever he wants to think, but if he's going to bring the nonsense that he brought with a sum total of 29 to 33 total yards of offense in one half, that ain't going to get it done. And Jalen Hurts is here to win. So it's either put up or ship out.
Yeah, shape up or ship out.
So for me, I'm going to read Joe's comment here, James's father's comment here, and then I'm going to give you my side of this. So I heard an amazing stat about Hurts over the last 19 games. 43 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Incredible. Incredible. So what I'm about to say goes into the next topic, and it goes into the one following that as well, and that is Lane Johnson. He got injured. He is out next week, right? Whenever Lane Johnson,
he's back. He's back.
Oh, he's back. I thought he was out next week.
No, he just had a stinger.
He had a stinger. He was a participant in practice today.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Oh, so okay, but my point is, whenever Lane Johnson is injured, not just offense, the whole team crumbles down whenever Lane Johnson gets hurt. And it's just like, my God, Lane Johnson is such a valuable part in this. So I was on the phone with my guy AK a couple days ago. He's like, Mitch, no one's talking about this. I'm like, hit me with it. What are they not talking about? The tush push caused Lane Johnson to be injured. That is what the statement he gave me.
Mm,
And it's just like, I don't know if that's actually true.
Mm.
So, Joe,
It's
how do you feel
not,
about that?
because
I
the
don't
tush
think
push
so.
the tush push gets pushed on the other side. It's closer to Mailata.
Right.
It goes between Mailata, Dickerson, and Jurgens. It doesn't go on Lane's side.
No.
Lane got that stinger from Jalen getting sacked because he tried to come back and like hit the guy on the back end, and he got caught up in like the kind of wash kind of thing. But the
Mhm.
interesting thing that I would say that I would tend to disagree with you a little. In the
Yeah.
beginning, when Lane went out, Matt Pryor came in. Please,
Right.
Matt Pryor, I know you're a football player. I know you're trying to get money, but please don't ever come in for Lane Johnson again. That's Fred Johnson. Howie Roseman made the most under the radar trade to bring back Fred Johnson in a trade because he knew he needed depth at the offensive line. And damn it, if Fred Johnson doesn't give that. When Jordan Mailata went out last year, Fred Johnson filled in perfectly. Lane goes out this time, Fred Johnson fills in perfectly. Jalen didn't get touched in Fred Johnson's side once Fred Johnson came in. So I always say when it comes to offensive linemen, the only way I know your name is if you do something stupendous or
Right.
stupid. It's one of the two. You either do it where
Stupefied.
you either do something stupendous in such a great way or stupid in such a penalty ridden way. If
Yeah.
you're like getting holding calls called against you. But
Yeah.
Fred Johnson was thank you, Fred Johnson.
Yeah, it's crazy with Fred Johnson. I think after that fumble that Matt Pryor gave up to Hurts, I said to myself, okay, I think Sirianni probably either saw it or Kevin Patillo. I was like, okay, that's enough, Matt. Enough for Pryor. We got to put in Johnson now, and he actually did a good job. I thought he did a very good job. I thought he played very well. The one thing that I was really concerned about too was that I thought Lane Johnson's injury was more significant. But then after the game, they said, he just had a stinger, and they probably just took him out for precautionary measures. That's probably why they did it. But at the same time, too, I think, it's like I said, like we said earlier in the show, it was a tale of two halves. It was like one half that looked like shit, and the other half looked like a better team. I mean, right now, I think that's probably the other thing too that the Eagles are going to come into this week is that like the same results that they had in that second half is going to translate into the second and into maybe this week, hopefully too, what the Eagles will do against Tampa Bay. But Baker Mayfield's a really good quarterback though, but it might be a tale of the tape, man.
We're going to talk about
here's my thing though, James. When it comes down to the stinger, the reason I haven't had a stinger, but I've had other teammates that have.
Yeah.
You can't feel your fingertips.
Sure.
Like, because the pain shoots. You can feel it's almost like that sandy feeling, like when your hand's asleep, you're like this.
Like corporate tunnel, like.
You're trying to like wake it up. So for Lane's safety, they're like, can you put your arms up? He's like, yeah. Can you, if I push on your hands, can you resist?
Sure.
No. Like, because he can't feel them. Like,
right.
And like, that's the difference.
Absolutely.
But it's not like a feeling like paralyzed. It's a feeling like I said, like when your hand's asleep.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because I think there's the good thing about it too is that like when it's a hand's like asleep, it's like more like it's a positive than just like if it was more serious, then he actually can't feel his hands or like can't feel anything.
Yeah.
Then you had to worry about that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lane Johnson's injury is just a freak accident, right? It's just a freak accident that happens.
Right.
But I think we all can agree on this. The tush push from this week to the past week from the Rams and the Chiefs, it went down significant. Like the amount of plays that they ran with the tush push went down. And that
I had a feeling it did.
that's better. I feel like don't use it as much. Give it to Saquon. Let him run. Let AJ Dillon run or something. My point is, let it keep going. Let it keep on going down. Let's not be so predictable because now everyone's saying we're the most boring offense in the league. Now we're becoming the most boring offense apparently because Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball. I'm like, are we really still doing this? Like it's everywhere. But my point is, when Lane Johnson's out, it drops the team dramatically. I don't know how. It's like every single time.
Yeah, and it feels like too like we do the right things. We play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and we still get shit. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just that even like Drew Brees talking about it during the week. It's like, dude, the only thing you did in New Orleans was win. Like only thing you did was win. You're gonna tell me that like throwing passes to Marcus Colston or even like a Willie Snead or even like Jimmy Graham back in the day didn't give you that firepower? Come on, man. But the only thing is too, he's trying to make his money making that clickbait bullshit. He has to give a hot take, and this is what it was.
Think about it this way: one of the quarterbacks in
Steve Gleason said it was like translation. Fuck you.
In the NFL,
no, you're good, dude. You're fine.
One of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, Dan Marino, never won a Super Bowl. He had an undefeated season. Like Miami Dolphins and that team was iconic, legendary. But the problem is he never got it done when it needed to get done. Jalen Hurts, and they had a great defense. They had a great offense. That's great. Dan Marino threw for a lot of yards. I said this question to my buddy. Now, my buddy's a really smart statistical dude.
Sure, yeah.
I said, all right, when I bring up, we can all say Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, we can all say they're great quarterbacks, right? We can all say, but without a shadow of a doubt, they are elite quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I say Tom Brady,
John Elway too. You could put John Elway on this.
Sure. There's a litany of them that I can name. Joe Montana, all that. But when I say Tom Brady, what's the first number that comes to mind? Is it 7 yards?
Is it 7 or 8?
Might be his passing yards or something.
No, it's the Super Bowl wins.
There you go.
Super Bowl wins. That's right.
How many did he win? 7 or 8?
7.
It was 7. Okay. For a second, I thought it was 8.
Hey,
Michigan! Let's go, Michigan!
but
I get something.
Calm down.
Hey, it's the only thing I have.
Hey, look, we had Brandon Graham for 15 years.
Here's my point of view. Now, my buddy, I said, Tom Brady for 7 Super Bowls, he did throw for a lot of yards. He did break records. I'm like, so do you know how many yards he passed for in his career? Now, my buddy, as I said, is a smart dude. So he rattled off, like 70,000. I'm like, well, you suck, man, because I'm like, not a regular human can come up with that number. And it's like, well, you're right. But you have to understand is that most people are going to look at the Super Bowls. But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, because he's not the spokesman for everything, he's not the poster boy for the NFL. Even with him having won the MVP of the Super Bowl, winning a Super Bowl championship, he's not. Who is? Saquon Barkley.
Right.
Saquon Barkley. Because Saquon's like, I'll do it. Because Jalen's like, I don't want to do it. Okay, that's fine. More money for me.
And the other thing with Saquon too, it's not like it's like over the top with the Jake from State Farm commercials. It's kind of like food commercials. What's it? Food commercials? What's he doing? Like Little Caesars?
He's doing Little Caesars. He's doing Cure Auto Insurance.
That's right.
He's doing
local commercials. Yeah, that's fair.
Local and other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, but here's my point: the quarterback is usually the guy in the spotlight.
Right.
Jalen gives that spotlight up. Why? Because all he cares about is winning. He cares about his legacy. When we're done, when Jalen Hurts' career is done, Are we going to like go, well, you know what? He only passed 45,000 yards. Or are we going to look at him and go, well, you won 3 or 4 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs? Like, of course we're going to look at him like that. But the people right now can't see the forest through the trees. And that's a shame on them because I'm enjoying the ride that Jalen Hurts is putting us on.
As do I.
I think we all are. And here's another thing too. There's always things to critique about this team. Kevin Petula, for example, the defense, CB2, Adoree Jackson, who I'm actually might be Keller Ringo starting. We're going to talk about that later at CB2. But yeah, it's just like there's always things to critique about it because the Eagles are like knowledgeable about the game, but there are still people who are like, "Why are you mad? Your team is 3-0. Shut up!"
Right.
Like we're not liking what we say on the field.
You know what's crazy too is
What?
that there was this thing out there that I said after that game on Sunday. I said to myself that was a resilient win by the Birds, like coming back from 26-7. The next day, I think John Kincaid brought it up on his show with Kincaid and Salchunas. He said resilient. That's the thing about what this team is. The team is just resilient. They're just resilient in all phases. I mean, yeah, sure, you lose your bet here and there. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, let's keep it real. Don't bet the Eagles, whatever you do. That's a bad beat waiting to happen. But at the same time, too, no, but it was a very. I mean, the people that are pissed off about it is the people. I mean, I hate to say the word fantasy football people, but that's probably majority of the people that are ticked off about it is because shit, he blew up a coverage here, or it's just that it's not the fans that are pissed off about it. It's the people that are the fantasy football geeks are having their panties in a bunch.
Now,
I'm sorry to say it. It's the truth.
You know what, James? You're dead on.
You know what I mean?
You're dead on. And I can tell you one prime example because it's been out there. And yet the man doesn't see it. And I agree with him most of the time. Ike Reese is on WIP and he does fantasy football with listeners and with the station.
Sure.
And he has AJ Brown on his fantasy team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, AJ Brown prior to last weekend did not do anything. Now,
Right.
We all know when you play fantasy, like a guy like AJ Brown is going to go in the first 5-6 rounds. Like that's a given.
Yeah.
So you're getting a top line, pick, and he's putting up like 2 points in fantasy, which is probably costing your team overall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ike Reese is on his job is to be objective.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out and as he talks out of both sides of his mouth by saying, okay, Jalen Hurts I'm a Jalen Hurts supporter, but dude, you have to get the ball out to AJ Brown. And it's like,
does he though?
This is where I'm kind of going with. Sounds like someone else has AJ Brown on the fantasy.
Yes, we're going for. I had to say
it was Will Smith's birthday, so I guess I'm going to get a slap by Will Smith in a couple of minutes.
This proves your point. This proves your point exactly. Now, this is what I'm going to say.
I rest my case.
What is the difference? And this is for both of you.
Sure.
What is the difference between a 3-point victory and a 30-point victory?
A dub.
Huh?
A win is a win. They both win.
A win is a win, yeah.
Right.
That's all that matters. Right, exactly.
Like that's the point that I'm getting at.
Right.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts doesn't look at it where, okay, I got to throw to run up the score. Or like I got to score every drive. His job is to manage the game enough where he puts his team in a position to win. This guy just ran off 19 straight wins.
It's kind
19.
And he's 17-0 ever since last year, going back to last year. 17-0.
And Joe, we talked about this last week. You were not on. The trash talk between Jalen Hurts and Chris Jones. You know about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on that.
Oh. Okay. First off, let me start with this. So Chris Jones, you have a lot of words for a guy who doesn't get to the quarterback. You got a lot of talk for a guy who had 60 minutes to make your presence known. I'm not the biggest Aaron Donald fan, but at least Aaron Donald, no matter who he played against, always made his presence known. Warren Sapp always made his presence known. These guys played your position, Chris. And you're supposed to be the next guy in line in the NFL as a defensive tackle. And
Doesn't look like it.
And you played more like a Broderick Bunker than you
Ooh.
did. And, someone like a Warren Sapp. So maybe you should maybe meter how much you talk and maybe focus more on how well you play. Because the last time I checked, Jalen might have had only 100 yards, but as Jalen said, he won the fucking game. Scoreboard, bitch. Understand it.
Yep. And before
Amen, brother.
before we get into our next topic, if you guys are a bunch of UFC fans, boxing fans, all that, on Steampunk Combat tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, they'll be talking about the whole Tank Davis versus Jake Paul press conference. Make sure you guys tune into that at 8
He's
o'clock.
still boxing, Jake Paul. I thought he disappeared after Tyson. I'm sorry for
No, you're good. You're good. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis is happening on Netflix November 14th, I want to say, around there.
Oh.
But yeah, that is definitely going to happen. Go check it out on Steampunk Combat tonight.
So how much is Tank Davis getting paid to die?
They're both getting
That's a good question.
You ready? 50 mil.
Get the hell out of here.
They're getting 50 mil combined.
Yeah, you know what? On second thought, that makes a lot of sense.
I'd take a punch from Jake Paul for that. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there was like a side bet. They each
There would
bet
be a lot more
2 mil.
You can make me look like Rocky Balboa from Rocky 1 for 50 mil. You can have your way with me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Speaking of boxing, Tyson's not going to fight again, is he not?
Yeah. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. that ought to be a treat.
But again,
Says
guys,
nobody ever.
check out Steampunk Combat, 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys will be there. I'll try to attend in the chat. I'll try, but knowing me.
What do you mean, James? I'm going to hit that little boy. What do you mean, James? I got my pigeons. I'm going to hit that little boy.
I fear no man.
Yeah, hit that little boy.
I fear no man. With somebody in my damn.
All right, now we got to talk about the game versus the Buccaneers coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
Are you guys nervous about this? I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. James.
Well, I'm not. I feel confident that last week. Like last week was a little before the Rams game. I felt a little bit disorganized, especially how they played. But I think this week is going to be. Well, Baker Mayfield's going to be. I think it's probably going to be I'm not nervous, honestly. I'm just a little anxious to see what they'll do after. I mean, because the one thing you got to do, obviously, the Eagles have done it all season long, is that they got first quarter touchdown. Since I think their first opening drives have escalated into touchdowns. So I'm guessing that's going to happen this week with this Tampa Bay front. But the one guy that I'm going to keep a close eye on in this game, if I'm nervous or anything of that, I got to say is that Vita Vea. I mean, Vita Vea is basically they're like Jordan Davis. He's like
forgot about that.
About
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Levante David. I don't even know if he's not on the team anymore, is he?
No, he is. He is.
Oh, he still is? Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
But he's, like I say, he's like in his 15th year. He's okay. He's not going to be a big threat. Sure, you got, the Irvin fella is pretty good. The running back that they got there. And Mike Evans, but not having Mike Evans there, you got to keep an eye on that rookie, too, that everybody's been talking about, too. I forget his name. Obuka, I think his name is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something. So, yeah, I feel like that if they lose this game, I won't be pissed because Tampa Bay is a better team and Baker Mayfield's a good team too. And this team, Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback too. I think he's a very good quarterback. But as far as nervousness, I'm a little nervous, but I'm not overly. Oh God, this is going to be one of those games because we never won in Tampa.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, this in the beginning of the season is one that I had as a loss,
I think I did
and
too.
and so, but the last time on Patterson Ave Sports Show, we had Frank Finnegan on, and he had said something to me, and this was prior to the Rams game, and he had said something to
What's up,
all of
boys?
us, and it was interesting because he said if we get past Tampa, we could be undefeated to the bye.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance that happens. Now, here's my thing: 102 on the field, like temperature on the field, come Sunday.
Mm.
Tampa Bay is a house of horrors, but
I hate the freaking cannon too.
As James said, Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback.
He is.
Mike Evans is not going to be there. They have a decent run game, although we have stymied every running back up to this point that has come our way. And there have been some good ones, like the guy that they just played, Kyrie Robinson, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So
I didn't know that.
He's a good running back, and they stopped him. And then Isaiah Pacheco, they stopped him too. My feeling is a rookie receiver and a young running back is putting a lot of pressure on Baker Mayfield. So I asked myself the question: can Baker Mayfield put on a bigger and better cape than Pat Mahomes did? Because that's what he's going to have to do. Because I go back to the Chiefs game. No Xavier Worthy. No Rashid Rice.
Mm-hmm.
He was without his big-time weapons. My thing is, who's Tampa Bay's big offensive weapon?
Good question.
Mike
Evans is out.
Right. Like
that says like that Buka fella might be the one. Right. I don't know. Or maybe Bruce Irvin or Bryce Irvin, whatever his name is.
But again, these aren't household names.
Right.
And when we deal with a team that doesn't have household names as offensive weapons, they tend to stymie. Mm-hmm. Now, the biggest weapon for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers isn't going to be their players. It's going to be the weather. Right. It's going to be whether or not they can because if I know Tampa Bay, they're going to try to keep our defense on the field to gas us. That's where someone like Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley have to come in and say, we're going to do the same thing. Because Villa can't be on the field for 12, 13 straight snaps in 100-degree weather and still be okay by the fourth quarter. This is going to, we talked about combat, Stream Punk combat and the boxing matches in UFC. This is going to be a boxing match, a heavyweight fight, because it's going to be whoever has the most stamina at the end. And when Jalen Hurts has so many more weapons than Baker Mayfield, my money now sways to the Eagles because it's like the Chiefs. I need to feel like someone needs to validate for me. If you're going to pick the Bucs, you got to validate for me who's their offense. They just can't be the quarterback because Baker can't run for 200 yards.
It's Godwin. Chris Godwin is actually one of the most underrated receivers in the league. He's a great number 2 option. But with Quinyon Mitchell or me guarding him, I don't know if he's going to do well, but Chris Godwin is going to be the player for me.
Well, we know that we know with Mitchell, he'll eliminate one receiver. So if that's Godwin, that's fine.
Thank you. I will eliminate one. Thank you.
Only you can prevent Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm everywhere today.
You're good, dude. You're good. Keep going. You're good.
No, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, Godwin's going to be. I think that's might be the only X factor in that game. I mean, I don't know much about
game.
Oh, it's his first game. Okay.
Oh
Um,
wow! All right, that changes things.
let me say this about this too. I mean, with Chris Godwin being the lead receiver, like does that like is that like or is that like more of a threat to the Buccaneers side, or is it a threat to the Eagles side not having to deal with Mike Evans? I think it's a threat for the Buccaneers more than anything.
I would say the only thing I worry about with Godwin
Mm-hmm.
is the deep ball.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
he's a burner.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
So, like with Mike Evans, usually he does the cross routes, the under routes, and Godwin does the over the top.
Mm-hmm.
I would look for a lot of stop and goes, a lot of out routes, and a lot of posts, especially to Nakubo's side, because Reed Blankenship. Reed was your breakout star for this season, Mitch. And right now, I think Reed's doing a serviceable job, but I think he's getting outplayed by Nakubo a little bit. Right now, this is going to be about because we talked about it. It's going to have to be quick hitters for Baker. So that if you're talking about quick hitters, if Quinion can stymie Godwin for 2-3 seconds off the line, again, I go back to the same question. Like, then who beats you? Because if you're trying,
it's kind of like where I'm at the same time too. Gonna admit,
if you're trying to tell me that this other guy, Okobo or whatever, is going to beat me, he's a rookie. Unless he's gonna come out and set the world on fire, I'm not convinced. I don't even know who their tight end is. So, like, where the Chiefs had Xavier Worthy gone and Rice gone, they still had Travis Kelce. They still had a tight end. Okay.
Yeah.
So that I could understand. But when it comes down to like this team, I don't know who their tight end is to really be scared. I'm trying put fear into me about Tampa Bay offensively.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
I don't have it right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you're still the best there too, Joe. Because like you think about it, I mean, yeah, if it was Mike Evans, that would be a threat. If they had
different, yeah,
it would be different. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think the other thing too is that, yeah, I mean they got. I mean, yeah, Godwin is a threat, like going deep wise. But other than that, I mean, Abuka, I haven't heard his. I mean, I don't even know who he is. He's probably like an undrafted player. I mean, they got like Russell Shepard, who's been like basically a journeyman at this point. He didn't do well with the Giants, and he's still trying to find his fun. Sterling Shepard, that's right.
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting. Like there was like two Shepards.
Like,
Sterling Shepard, yeah.
Here's my question to you guys though. So when it comes down to the Heat, and when it comes down to like, especially with guys like that we have, my biggest concern comes into that the secondary, because they, if Baker ends up just running around for 5 seconds in 102-degree weather, you're gonna wear out. Like the corners are just gonna wear out by running around. So yeah, I mean, look, I kind of go back to the same thing I've said before. Like, I need someone to convince me that I should be scared.
Well, Joe, you remember how you were asking who their tight end is? Their tight end. You guys ready for this? It's Cade Otton. He's round 2022, round 4, pick 106. He's from Washington. So that is their tight end.
Is there a wrestling pun in this?
No, no.
Because I was gonna say you're not gonna say Orton voices like Orton voices what Rev Theory does, right?
Yeah.
No, actually
so that
no.
is their tight end, Cade Otton. We gotta be afraid of Cade Otton, everybody.
Well, if he's giving RKO's out, then I might be worried. Because at first, because here's the thing: when I saw his the back of his jersey one time, I was thinking, oh wow, Randy Orton's nephew's playing for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
And I said, oh wait, no, it's Otton or
it's Otton. Yeah, it's Cade Otton.
Yeah,
or it could be for this point.
He Otton get out of town.
On,
So,
on, on a
anyhow, another little tidbit to put out there. The last time the Eagles won in Tampa Bay, we had AJ Brown.
Hmm,
The
that's
last
true.
times we
That's true.
didn't have, we lost in Tampa Bay, we didn't.
Hmm.
The last couple times we played Tampa Bay in Tampa, we didn't have AJ Brown. AJ's healthy. We're
Mm.
at full strength offensively. This
Um,
Bucks defense is in trouble.
yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, like the Tampa Bay the teams that we played in the past with Tampa Bay, obviously, like you can go down the list and say like, wow, he was a big threat. I mean, that's the one thing I worry about. Is okay with Tampa, I don't know who that big threat is. Maybe it could be Godwin, it could be like Greg Otten, like you said,
Well,
or
that's why I'm saying the Mitch. I'm like, okay,
I
like,
don't see
I'm not
anybody.
saying that it actually exists, but like I'm saying
We got to find on Joe Jurevicius is what I'm saying.
you better pray Joe Jurevicius that comes out of retirement, like
Goddamn right.
knows how to like just keep running.
Yeah,
Like
right.
Run, Forrest, run.
you're gonna need Joe Jurevicius, Keyshawn Johnson. You need the whole damn receiver, Bucks receiver all-star team.
And also Mike Ashlot.
Oh Jesus.
And don't
But-
forget, Jojo.
No,
Go ahead,
no,
Joe.
like for me, that this comes down to the game of will, like when it comes to the Heat, because that is going to play a big factor. And that's why I feel like it's going to be a heavyweight match. The fourth quarter is going to be a telltale sign who's gassed and who's not.
So, James, you want to read this comment from your dad once I can
Sure.
find my mouse?
Sure.
There it is. Go for it.
Says Jordan Davis says a lot of the guys have been going to the sauna a lot to acclimate the heat and humidity. So, well, that hopefully that works. But you know how I feel about hot weather. I mean, if it's really bad and it's like really warm out, I mean, my dad makes a very good point. Actually, a couple of days ago, and Baldy brought it up last night on Bird Huddle. He said, "Bring out the pickle juice." So I'm guessing you got to bring out the pickle juice for this game, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it would be a good idea. It would be a good idea.
Have we made any better advancements in medical science since then? Like,
it feels like it's been a real downfall ever since then. If I can remember correctly, yeah.
Like
Jesus.
we can have a vaccine for chicken pox. We can create a vaccine for a pandemic virus, but we can't figure out something as an alternative
For heat exhaustion.
pickle juice. An alternative for pickle juice for heat exhaustion. Okay, maybe we should get on that, CDC.
Give them all chicken tenders. Give them some free chicken tenders.
So, there's one player on the defensive side of the ball the Buccaneers have that we all are too familiar with. Hassan Reddick. They have Hassan Reddick. I'm not afraid of Hassan Reddick. I am not anymore. But after he left the first time, what happened to him?
Nah, brother, I'm not worried about him.
I'm not either.
He asked for money, didn't get it, cried like a baby, and went on his merry way to whatever team was going to pay it.
Who was he at before, actually?
He was with the Jets.
That's right. We got Bryce Harper out of that. That's right.
Yep.
And then Bryce Harper is no longer here.
Yep.
So, actually, Uche's been playing pretty well.
No trade. That trade did not work out for anybody.
Nope.
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 No, it didn't. No, it did not.
That's why Joe Douglas left the Jets and came back to the Eagles.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He's like, let's
you guys, I'm giving him.
Let's just call it a day because I'm done.
Like, yeah, we haven't heard his name in 2 years. That's right.
When we're trading these guys and neither one is good, we both lost.
Yeah.
So with Hassan Reddick, though, I guess the one thing that we have to say is that is he even going to be a threat?
He's not.
Point? I don't think so. I don't think he is. I think he ran out of gas. I think after that 2022 run that he had with all those sacks, I mean, I think after that he wasn't even reliable after that.
Well, and let's ask this question. Hey,
it's a shame though.
What was it worth crying like a baby about your money when you could have shut your mouth and you could have got a ring?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, your own design, friend. Your own design.
It's a shame too. I would have thought he would be better than that.
Sometimes you
I mean, like
you get an ego, James. Sometimes when you get
CJ Gardner Johnson's a big ego like that too.
And now he's hurt.
Speaking of that,
no, he's not hurt. He's
do
shipped
you guys
out.
want Gardner Johnson back? Speaking of that, do you want Gardner Johnson back?
Nah, I'm good.
Why? What happened with Johnson?
He got
released by the Texans.
Got him released.
Yeah, no, I don't want him back.
Nah, enough said. I'm good, man. I mean, I would rather deal. I mean, we don't need him. I think. I mean, I heard it all week on WIP with Joey saying, "Oh, the secondary is like just as a catastrophe with this cat." Like it's just like first of all, why would we want him? Why would we want him back? I mean, look, I understand
I like Nakubo.
I like Nakubo too. I think he's better.
I like him, and I'm pleasantly surprised at his skill set. I mean, we all three of us, we all came in singing the praises of Jahad Campbell, and he's lived up to it. Not saying he hasn't, but we didn't know Drew Nakubo. Like, we were like, who, what? And we're like, okay, you're from Texas. Like, we'll just take for granted you're good. But he came in, and I would say of the first 3 games, he's made an impact.
I'm sorry, my dad brought up something Hugh Douglas brought up during the week. Said that, I'll bring it up here. Oh, sorry,
I got it. No, you're good.
So he said, like Hugh Douglas said, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Anyway.
Oh my god. No, but let's get. But no, I think with CJ Gardner Johnson too, because even Hugh brought up a good point here too about it too, is that it only he was on the Eagles for one stint, and then he went to the Lions. He failed there, came back to the Eagles, and he failed. Well, he was successful here. Goes to the Texans, and after 3 games, they said enough was enough, and they cut him loose. So I was like, there's actually a story out there that he was actually becoming really disgruntled with his teammates in the locker room. There was like a story that somebody put out there, if I'm not mistaken. But somebody said, yeah, he became a cancer in the locker room without saying the word cancer.
Yeah, Gardner Johnson is just, I don't know. But here's the thing about Gardner Johnson, though. He could play the slot, and then you could put Cooper DeJean at the 2.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm good.
Joe's shaking his head now.
I'm good. I'm good. And
No.
look.
Hi, good. I'm Mitch. Nice to meet you.
I'm Sing Sing.
Here's my thing about Cooper. I mean, about CJ. You know why he became a cancer in the Texans locker room? Because it's easy to be a cancer when you're losing. It's easy to be a great player, great teammate when you're winning. But if I'm telling you the way that I feel about CJ, you go back to last year's tapes. CJ got burned a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So my dad brought it up too, and actually a friend of mine brought that up a couple of times. He's like, like he was a great player, like getting pressure on the defense, like getting pressure when it was needed to. But when the balls were when there was like receivers like trying to go for the ball, it's like his it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, man.
So really quick before we go into our predictions, Nolan Smith is out for 4 weeks with the strained tricep.
Sucks.
How do you guys feel about that? Because we do have other players to step up in there.
We do.
You know what? It sucks because I honestly wanted to see a full season of Nolan Smith with some of the things he's done, but I feel like this is proof to me he came back too soon. Like he tore his tricep in the Super Bowl. So, and I'm not entirely sure if it's the same tricep, but like this strain makes me feel like he came back too soon.
Yeah.
And so I would rather get him right for the
stretch.
haul.
Yeah. For the stretch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a shame though because he's a great player. I mean, obviously, I thought he played very well in that second half of the season last year when Brandon Graham went down with that tricep injury himself. And the other thing too is that I think the one thing that's really a positive, and even my dad brings up this, is that Jahan Campbell could be used as an edge rusher, but I have been really impressed with Zadarius Smith has been playing as lately. So there's a lot of good pieces there that the Eagles rather. I had to put that in there, Joe. So I had to put that in there, Mitch. Just to
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
So no, but all joking aside though, there's pieces around that they have that can, in the words of the Phillies, could platoon. So if you know what I mean.
Hold on.
Sure.
I gotta say this real quick because on the Arizona Cardinals they have a backup quarterback named Clayton Tune, so they always have to tune up the band. I had to do that. I had to.
But it's T-O-O-N. It's
T-U-N-E.
Oh, really?
Like music.
His name is Clayton Tune.
Tune.
Wow.
Rudy Tune, I guess.
Yeah, that's the guy's name.
I would not know how to feel about that if I had I would say, hey yo Tune, play some good rock and roll for me, brother. Hey yo Tune.
Play some music, like.
So I wanted to ask real quick, and I know we'll cover it in another episode, but just to kind of give a little preview, in a couple of weeks we played Minnesota, and who's starting quarterback is for Minnesota now.
Sharman Wentz.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Let's see if he lasts.
Yeah.
All black tissue paper.
All right.
Something like income baby fool.
Leisure Sherman. That's all I gotta say.
Joe, what is your prediction this week?
Too.
Joe, what is your prediction this week for the Eagles and Bucks?
I think this is going to be a lower scoring game than people expect. I am going Eagles 27, Buccaneers 23.
27 to what?
23. Eagles.
23? Okay.
Well, it's a little bit of a mixture of either 23-20 or 24-20, depending on who gets the ball last. So my like I said last week, I was a little bit closer to the vest, like we mentioned early on in the show. So I have to say this week, this is going to be a little bit of another close game. Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts are going to play a very, very good football game. I think it's going to be a tail of the tape of two good quarterbacks in this league. And I got the Eagles winning it. I think it's going to be 24-20 Birds, and we're going to be 4-0.
24-20 Birds. And for me, so I don't think they're going to get higher than Joe. So I'm going to go lower than James. So I'm going to go 21-17. 21-17.
So you're saying it's going to be a defensive battle?
Yes. I think it will be a very defensive battle here.
Gotcha.
And James, your father has 24-20.
So we're in the same boat. Yep.
Like father, like son. There you go.
Right. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Love you both.
Hey, congrats on your anniversary. All right. 3 words or less about the Eagles this coming weekend against the Bucks. 3 words or less about the Eagles and Bucks this week.
Philly dog mentality.
Love that.
Walk the plank.
I like that. I really do. That's a good one.
Take that, Rondé.
Oh. All right. Hold on. I just wanted something.
Beat the Heat. That's a good one.
That's a good one too. I'm gonna go. Bring on. I can't say Hassan Reddick, right? I can't say
on Reddick.
Huh?
What's
bring
that?
on Reddick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say bring on Reddick. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. All right, guys. So there's an episode of Fly Like an Eagle podcast. We'll be back next week for the episode following this game. I cannot wait for this. Joe, what you guys got tomorrow morning?
So we got our good friend Damon Salim coming on. We're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna reflect a little bit. Philly sports lost a legend this past week in Bernie Moran. Very suddenly. We're going to reflect a little bit back on Bernie and a little bit on the goaltender situation since Bernie. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about the Philadelphia Phillies being the number 2 seed, locking up the first round bye. So for all those people who think, Rob Thompson should be fired. He doesn't know what he's doing. But yet he's one of 6 managers in the history of MLB that has taken a team to 4 straight playoff appearances. Okay. Now that I got that out of my chest, we're going to talk a little bit about the Phillies and about Kyle Schwarber, honestly. 56 and counting, 2 away from tying Ryan Howard, 3 from breaking. Oh yeah, Dave Dombrowski's hearing a lot of that. Although there was a conversation Dave had about Dave with his Kyle's agent. Uncle, please stop. Please stop with the price tag. Please, I'll pay. So we're gonna talk. Oh, yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about possible playoff matchups, and we're gonna also talking about the Eagles and the Tampa Bay game, a little bit of reflection back on the Rams game, and a little bit about could there be a trade in the works for the Philadelphia Eagles that could change the whole landscape of the Eagles defense? You have to tune in to find out.
Can't wait.
All right, with that being said, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, notification bell on right here on Steampunk Sports Pennsylvania, and we'll see you guys next week. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go, bird.
Go.
Wait, what was that?
Go Dogs.
Oh, okay. Go Michigan. We don't have anybody, but go
Alabama.
See you guys. Fly
Sorry,
like
Jalen.
Fly
Sorry,
like
Devontae.
Eagle.
Go Bird.